Whoa, audience at home, we're starting slightly late today. Welcome. It's King Arthur Pendragon 5.2, the Great Pendragon Campaign, episode nice. Sorry, I actually do have to say it's 69. I have to say it's King Arthur Pendragon episode 69 for YouTube transcription analytic purposes. I didn't even think, I've been planning all day to just be like, episode nice, but now I'm realizing that I do actually have to say it.
Does that mean you didn't do anything for episode 6, 7?
I did do it for 6, 7. I said
okay.
it's episode 6, 7. I did this hand gesture while doing it. You were there when I did it.
It must have been subtle.
It wasn't that subtle. James, when have you known me to be a person of subtlety? I am no wizard. Now, I'm quick to anger, but subtle? Never. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances. Look, here's the deal. We're going to do something like intros, and then Spoon has a dire emergency in his house he has to go fix. So we will be taking a break almost immediately while the rest of us talk about King Arthur Pendragon. Spoon will be dealing with something. Glimo, just want to thank you for a 94-month streak before the stream started, or I guess while the stream was starting. That's crazy.
That's impressive.
A long time, man.
That is a long time.
I was looking at Winter's Edge, and it's like 10 years almost to the day since Winter's Edge started. Oh, look, here's Spoon.
He's got me my 30 months.
Yeah. You're drafting behind him like Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
I watched a bunch of Kyle Busch videos today where he just obliterates the person in first place and goes on to win, and I was like, why hasn't someone killed this man in real life?
Because
this is
he's
real
dead.
Dale Earnhardt behavior, I'm gonna be honest.
He just died recently. Do you know that, right?
Did he?
Yeah.
Is that why there's a bunch of YouTube shorts about him today?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Right. Did he die in a car accident?
No, he did not.
I shouldn't be laughing, but
he got it was actually really unexpected. He was sick, and then he got like double pneumonia and passed away.
Okay. All right.
One of the NASCAR greats, though, for sure.
All right. I've never heard of him before today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched tons of videos today, probably at least a dozen of him obliterating people, and I guess they put cameras in the cars now that they live stream at the show out of. I feel like if I was a driver, I would be like, that's 2 kilograms of weight that I could be saving if I just threw this fucking camera out.
Did they have the drivers commentating from the driver's seat?
No, but they had the pit manager commentating over the footage, and it was so funny because one of them was just like, son of a bitch. Also, there's some guy called Melon Man. I remember when this incident happened. I don't remember his name. They call him Melon Man while it's happening. He did what I did in Gran Turismo 2. He couldn't get a position to win, so he just held the pedal down and just rode the outside of the fucking NASCAR walls, using that to help him turn. Sparks flying everywhere. That was crazy. But I remember when that happened. Wow.
Something they've started to do here in sport coverage is they've started to mic up cricket players that are out in the field, like while playing the game.
Oh man,
so they'll be like they'll be commentating on the field, but also because sledging is a big part of cricket as well. Like like verbal ribbing as such.
No, but what was the word you said?
Sledging is the term we use.
Sledging?
For it.
I thought you said slenching. Sledging?
Yeah, sledging. Yeah.
That's like competitive.
Yeah. So you'll have like the person we talking like, oh yeah, that's I think we're doing well today. I think we can get the numbers up. And it's like, oh well, then you fucking moron, great throw.
Okay, we have a question from the audience. Does Blodwyn have a massive castle, or is she just sitting on a dragon horse worth of...
No, she's only got like not a castle like Kendric / what's he currently called?
Well, Gwent has a castle. Well, yeah. Gwent's dead. Henry the Cavalier has a castle.
Yeah, she has Tathan. Sorry, that's right. Yeah, she has like a keep and like a palisade and Motte and Bailey, but not an actual. She hasn't built an actual castle. So the DV is only like 11, maybe. I want to say
that's still pretty good.
Yeah, TV's 11. Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of the reasons I spend. I try to keep it below 200 Libra at any point in time by spending excess money to avoid turning into, Fort Knox.
I don't know how to tell you this, but 200 Libra is still a fucking...
Yeah, but 500 is more. So
okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's why I built a big-ass cathedral.
Just to be clear, the game considers 1d6 plus 2 to be an enormous amount of plunder. Means you're worth like 30 or 40 guys plundering your house. Maybe that is a scenario I should run. Just well known that you have a bunch of money and you leave town occasionally.
I mean, the good thing about money in this time is it's not notes. There's literally metal. So if you ever watched like the film Money Train, the Wesley Snipes film, where like their plan is to rob the train that goes around and picks up all the coins and tickets.
Specie.
Yeah, that's it. And people have worked out like the size of the bags they were carrying in that, would hold like a maximum of about $14,000 worth of coins, and would still weigh a lot, So it's not like it's a giant multi-million-dollar scam. It's like, coins are not an efficient way of moving funds.
Aren't
weight to value.
Bars of gold like 27 pounds or some crazy shit like that? Weight of a bar of gold. 27.4. Oh, that's it's 400 troy ounces, whatever the fuck that means. I blame Europeans for inventing. They sit there and they want to tell us how great the international standard is, and then they'll be like, British thermal units, troy ounces, a duck's feather. What do British people use? A stone? How many stone do you think he weighs? 11 or 12?
Well, a Libra is worth 1 pound of silver.
Yeah.
So that you have to assume then that if you have 500 Libra, you have 500 pounds of silver.
I buy that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason why in Britain it's called the pound, is because like it was the Libra, which is the symbol that's used today for the pound. It looks like an L, and they decided because it was worth 1 pound of silver, we'll just call it the pound.
Agreed. And that's why when I take my banknotes to England, I'm going to go directly to King Charles and demand that he give me that many pounds of gold.
Silver.
Sorry, silver. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Silver. The less worthwhile metal.
Yeah. Like I said, I've actually got calculators. This is some Australian money. It's the plastic money. Like Canada.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, listen, you guys have nice bills. Canada has pretty good bills too.
Yeah. I can drop my wallet into a pond and pull it out and still have all my money intact.
I did drop my wallet in the water in Canada and got it out intact, and I tried to pay a woman with wet Canadian dollars, and she made an implication that I had gone to a strip club, and I indicated to her that I was 15 years old, and that was not appropriate reference. That shit was crazy. That shit's, I mean, it stuck with me enough that I'm almost 40, and I still remember when that happened. I guess they just start the raunchy humor. Well, I guess I was sort of a humorless, strict puritanical child, so maybe it's just me. I wasn't allowed to watch Beavis and Butthead or South Park because it was corrupting, When
I was in Texas about 8 years ago, I went into I think it was a Walgreens, and they were selling pop vinyls on the shelf.
Sure.
At the time, my son, he's now 14, so he would have been like 5 or 6 back then. He actually liked the film Frozen, and he'd gotten an Anna pop vinyl, but we couldn't find the Elsa pop vinyls anywhere.
Yeah.
And I have on the shelf at Walgreens. Like, oh great, I'll pick this up, and I took it to the front counter. And I'm buying it. I said to the girl, like, oh, my son will be so happy. We've been trying to find this one for ages. And she's like, but this is a girl's toy. As I said, does he operate it with his genitalia? no, then it's either both a boy or girl toy.
Oh, base. What a thought. Does he operate it with his genitalia?
That's the question. Is if it's a toy,
James, I understand. I'm so worried. I'm gonna get a comment section full of people commenting on what you can operate with.
Well,
Let me be so clear. That flashed through my mind immediately as soon as you said it. I went, "Oh fuck, some weird stuff's gonna happen."
It's for little boy, little girl. They use it genitalia. It's not for a child. Then
I told you before this stream started. We're not doing Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Stay out of Xenosaga 1, okay? Oh, Austin and I were watching a video yesterday comparing Maximilian Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! To Jeff. Oh boy, it's rough to watch. It's real rough to watch. What can we say about Spoon, by the way? I'd say right now he's in a bit of a shitty situation. Hey, remember when I said I wasn't subtle earlier? Oh. All right, well, let me look at what we actually are doing today. I have written down the name of a British village that's like 17 words long. We're going to be talking about horse girls. Sir Utho may show up today. We're going to talk about how I didn't watch The Bachelor, and I also didn't watch Love Island, and it's because I don't care. I have a note here to make Glimo decide what his brother-in-law's name is. I don't remember naming him.
Which brother-in-law?
Right? Isn't Elffin married to the daughter of the Countess of Ridichan?
Yes.
Well, guess what? He's the Earl now, and he may feature heavily in this episode, so if I didn't tell you a name, you get to make one up for him, because the book doesn't list one for him, just like it doesn't list one for the Lady of Uffington, which, by the way, doesn't exist. I was like, Uffington, very interesting. Oh, no, sorry, Uffingham. The book continuously talks about how she's the Lady of Uffingham, and I was like, this must just be a made-up village. It doesn't exist. And finally, I discovered that there's an Uffington, which does exist, which makes me wonder, who's writing this book? But then I remembered it's Greg Stafford, and he's dead, so I probably shouldn't make too much fun of him.
Did anyone ever play the old Sid Meier's Railroad Tycoon? Like the original one from like the late 80s, early 90s?
No, but he was based as hell.
Because in that, like, when you would build a train station at a town, the train station would take the name of the town. And if you built a train station, say, for example, the town had like a wheat silo nearby or a copper mine or something, you'd have to, if it wasn't within range of the station's aura as such, you couldn't get the resources from that. So you'd have to build a second station nearby that thing in order to have the train stop and pick up those resources. And if because there was no town there, it would give the station the name of the nearby town plus like crossing or or some other. And I realized that's probably how like a lot of these little towns that have names like that came about, was it's just like, oh, we're not quite in that town, but we need to put a train station or a bus stop here, and suddenly, okay, so let's just append an extra appellation to the name of the town to give it that identifier.
Audience at home, if you're a big fan of railroad games, don't know about OpenTTD, you need to get in on that stuff. That's great. All right, Spoon, you ready?
I'm ready.
What did you say, Glimo?
Tomas.
Tomas? Very well. Spoon, Are we ready to have a marriage? Have a wedding?
Wait, what?
The young Earl wants to get married. He has selected the Lady of Uffingham, aka Uffington, which is the real name of the place, as the best candidate. So we cut to all of you in Salisbury post the Siege of Eberacum / Battle of Humber, which is what we did last session. You all are at home. You have all recovered from your injuries. If I recall correctly, everybody is in shape to travel. And you are not speaking to the Earl, per se. You are speaking to his constable, Henry, member of the Order of the Axe. And Henry is seated in a chair with the chair is backwards, and he's got his arms up on the back of it, you know, elbows on it, and he says, "Other members of the Order of the Axe, good to see you. Please sit down. I've called you here not because you are members of the Order of the Axe, but in my position as constable of our Earl in the court of Salisbury. We are short on many officers, and the Earl would like it if there are worthy members of your retinues or families or vassals or retainers to put forward names for the position that have yet to be filled. Admiral, Castellan, Butler, Justiciar, although that normally has to be checked out by the king, and Spymaster are all seats. I need the three of you to travel with me on a mission for the Earl otherwise for several days. You are a hand-picked, selected group for this special mission. You will be acting as guards for a merchant convoy. I cannot tell you where we are going or what we are doing until our arrival. But each of you has been selected for a particular set of skills or knowledges or networks.
Very well.
Pitton, I know that you are nominally the commander of the Order of the Axe at the moment.
No, he's not.
Sir Elffin.
Sir Elffin, I know that. Sorry, I, Henry, would not have made that mistake.
Yes.
I, Henry, have my head screwed on straight. Sir Elffin, I know that you're nominally the commander of the Order of the Axe, and that this select group of knights here are all members of the Order. Ask that you concede rights of command to me, travel as an officer of.
Very well.
Okay, great. This isn't like that time I tried to trick you into taking a load. And then it wildly went way outside what I thought was going to happen.
Going for a walk on the battlements.
Hey, that's going to be relevant next Saturday. Hey, by the way, James, I appreciate that you're going to be doing a charity TTRPG with us during Father's Day, although I don't know if Father's Day is recognized internationally.
No, it's September in Australia, so.
Oh, very well. Well, it'll be American Father's Day, and let's say you're an honorary American in spirit, although not in any legally binding way.
It's the first Sunday in September here, and my son's birthday is the 5th of September, so often I miss out because his birthday takes precedent.
I see. Well, it sounds like you remember the 5th of September.
Yeah.
Okay, great. It is technically break time here. And when we return, we're going to be on the road for a scenario I like to call A Wife for Earl Robert. And for those at home who care, we are not the A Wife for Earl Robert section includes almost no information. But guess what does have its own scenario that we will be ripping off? An earlier scenario written by Greg Stafford called The Marriage of Earl Roderick. So if you at home are wondering what we're doing today, we are doing the official The Marriage of Earl Roderick year 480 scenario, but we're doing it for his son to get married to a different woman who's obviously not his mother.
I will say, so I ran that scenario when I did my Pendragon campaign.
I thought I was going to surprise everyone with a cool new scenario they'd never heard of. All right, fine.
But also, when it came time for Robert, I tried to encourage the players to, like, rather than just say it's the Earl of Uffington's daughter, I tried to encourage the players to see if they either wanted to try and marry one of their children, or that one person was playing a female character marry themselves, or but no one wanted to interact. We're just like, whatever, he can just marry who he marries.
I think that's very interesting, but I also prepared a bunch of memes and storylines around the Lady of Uffington, so we're gonna go with that one instead.
Yeah, I'm just comparing. I'm not saying.
You're just saying if only I could get my group to roleplay, and they were like, "Nah, man, I'm not playing Crusader Kings 3. I'm watching a movie." Speaking of Crusader Kings 3, I'm gonna play about 5 minutes of it while we're on break. We'll see you on the far side of it. Well, James, when you say you can knock out an escape room in 5 minutes, I believe you, because I've been there with you. Friends at home, we're back, ready to start the marriage ceremony. You all are traveling with the court officer, Sir Henry, also known as Henry the Cavalier, castle owner, provider for a small family of 40 bastard brothers, raised by 12 plus moms, the constable of the area. You all have duties to escort an officer during this trip, and you have off time. During several days transit, you're heading north, cross country, which is a little unusual. You've done it before, but for a caravan of wagons loaded down with plunder, seems a little unusual. You may choose from any of the roughly 16 courtly skills if you would like to impress people during the journey, or you may engage in one of 4 contests, which include Duel of First Blood, arm wrestling, bragging, and drinking. If you select one of the courtly skills, you tell us a little story about how that goes for you, and then you get a check mark in it. If you select a contest, it will be against one of the other knights. A victory will get you a check in that skill. Does anyone... Oh, yes, I should mention as well that the courtly skills of flirting and intrigue may exceed normal expectations, and you will need to roll those.
Let's see. Did I hear you say that there was an arm wrestling?
There is an arm wrestling contest, yes.
What skill is that?
It is the strength skill, which is not a skill at all. It is an attribute characteristic.
Okay.
Would you like to arm wrestle?
Yeah, I think Tathan's going to engage in some arm wrestling.
Wait, roll your strength. Who have you challenged to this arm wrestling?
By 1. I probably challenge the next, because Tathan's a pretty big guy. He's maximum size.
Yeah.
The next, the next largest man on the trip.
Elffin is also maximum size.
Okay, so he challenges Elffin.
Great,
then.
Elffin. Make it the challenge. Make a strength roll. Great.
Success.
You two tell me. This is Spoon. This is poker rules from Tabletop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Below the cut down.
Yeah, below the cut down. You have to narrate part of your own failure and then leave. You could say anything. You could say you were winning, but you have to leave Glimo an opportunity to demolish you at the end.
Yeah, so I think they do the you get the grip on the board, and then I think initially Tathan is winning because I think he is stronger, but he pays no attention to his technique. He's just trying to win through brute strength.
Poor man.
So yeah, turn it over to Sir Elffin and tell me how he beats me.
And Elffin is a little bit more strategic, and so he manages to lean his elbow in a little bit, and then Tathan's elbow slips off the table. Ooh. and so that's technically a loss.
Droid.
Oh, it's a technicality. Okay, yeah, I can take it.
Yeah, Henry walks over and says, "A technical victory. The best kind." Then he throws a card for each of you down on the table, and you could tell it's cards of yourself for sorcery.
Sorcery. Sorcery the collecting. I just thought
collective. Sorcery the collective.
Yeah. Okay.
Collective. I just saw your messages in chat, James. I forgot you pushing too many quills. Oh,
I'm
man.
confused why you think it's called the Chair Perilous, because I've never heard it called anything but the Siege Perilous.
So the Siege Perilous, right?
But I was writing a scenario about a chair called the Chair Perilous that's next to the Siege Perilous, where when everyone explodes from a beam of godlight and dies, that chair is getting covered in blood, so they just call it the Chair Perilous because the person who sits there. Hey man, I had a little fan fiction I was writing out. Okay,
the Stool Perilous.
The Stool Perilous. God has commanded that only the greatest dog may sit on this stool.
I have a question for you. Sorry, you said you have to roll for intrigue or flirting. Does that mean that you were not rolling for other courtly skills?
Let's see here. You may choose a skill if. Oh yes, you do need to succeed in the skill roll to get a check. Yes.
Okay. All right.
By the way, Glimo, go ahead and take a check in strength. No wait, that's not how this works. What's the reward for this? Contest. Let's see here. You did not fumble, so each of you gets 10 glory on this trip for that skill usage.
Okay.
Great. What are you thinking, James?
I'm just debating whether I think that Blodwyn's going to try and do something she's not good at to improve it, but potentially make an ass of herself, or just do something she's good at.
Elffin, you also still get to pick.
Oh.
You could just challenge Tathan to an arm wrestling contest.
Is Sir Leo coming on this?
Sir Leo is not coming on this. This group is tight. It's basically the four of you and your squires and some common merchants.
Okay. So it's really just impressing our friends then, not so much. Because I was thinking of picking up, Leo's orating, but I think everyone here is really
Leo's lectures. I mean, Leo's not going to live forever. Someone's going to give those lectures.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at orating, but Quigan was, so it's whether I start to try and push that oration. Yeah, let's give it a go. You know what? I'm just gonna. Blodwyn's not a confident talker, but she's going to try. She's seen a few of Leo's lectures. She's going to see if she can, espouse once again the benefits of chivalry and the like. Since I forgot about that, how do we do? No good.
You get 10 glory. Lamau?
I think that Elffin is feeling all pumped up after the arm wrestling thing, and so his blood's up. So instead, he's gonna do a duel with his non-magical sword.
Ooh, duel to first blood. Pick a weapon skill, and you get a check mark in Reckless.
I will check Reckless, and I'm going to use sword. Nathan, would you fancy a go?
Absolutely.
With the blade?
I would love to.
Okay, now just note, you will deal damage to each other, and it specifically says that armor does not reduce this damage. Because it is to first blood.
Okay.
Okay, so
can we rebate our weapons?
No.
Okay.
No, you will deal 2d6
damage.
Be
the first bruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then no one bets on first bruise. Okay.
Yeah.
Can we still get shield or no? Just no armor. Period.
Armor is accounted for according to the writer of this scenario.
Okay. Armor is accounted for.
You are dealt damage. Armor does not reduce it.
Understood.
You also get a check in Reckless, and you also get to pick a weapon skill, and then you will check it against Elffin's choice.
Okay, well, I just rolled sword because I thought we were dealing with swords.
Great. Well, then you chose the sword. Great, you win.
Okay.
Both of you get 10 glory.
Checking reckless.
Glimo, you get to describe how the duel goes. You can say anything happens. You could say you kick the sword out of his hand and then you defeat him with his sword, but you have to leave room at the end for Tathan to win.
So I think Elffin is overconfident after beating Tathan in the arm wrestling, and we're passing swords fairly well. Elffin comes in really tight, and that's when.
Do you want me to roll damage first, AP?
Yes, you roll 2d6.
Yeah, we need to know if he dies.
I can't die on 2d6. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So yeah, rolling 2d6 8. So like you Sir Elffin comes in with his like sword too close, and he's like too close to his guard, and so Tathan just like thrusts, and when you move to block, he's too quick. And just slides past your guard and like nicks your like shoulder, like right on like the outside of your, because like you're bringing your sword over to parry, but it's too close to your body, so it's too slow.
Oh, well done, sir.
Well fought, Sir Elffin. And he'll bring his sword up to salute.
I will return the salute and then see if anyone wants to give me first aid.
I can attend to your wound. I'm not passable at first aid. Not the best, but also not the worst. I attempt to bind up the cut that I just gave you. Success. So you'll get D3 hit points back.
Do you roll the D3 or do I?
I can roll it. 3 hit points.
Thank you. All right.
In addition to each skill and contest roll opportunity, all knights visiting another court have to roll the following traits: honest, deceitful, temperate, indulgent, trusting, suspicious. You get to decide which of these pairs you are rolling for. Then you will roll for both of them. Successes will offer you a check mark. Criticals will offer you that trait.
Sorry, what are the...
Honest,
go through one by one.
Temperate, indulgent, trusting, suspicious. Pick I guess you're supposed to roll all of them and then you pick which side of each of those you are doing. So let's figure out, honest or deceitful. How is everybody feeling today?
Well, I'm going to try and roll against honest.
Great.
I fail honest.
Okay.
Oh, I crit honest.
Great.
I succeed honest.
Great.
I also fail deceitful.
Well, you're only rolling one side of it, right?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I was wrong.
I thought we were doing.
Right.
I thought we were doing.
Yes, I said it wrong. James was correct.
Gotcha.
You decide which side of the pair you're rolling. Anyone who rolled but did not fumble gets a 10, and on that critical Blodwyn got is a 20. Glory. Now you get to pick temperate or indulgent.
Definitely temperate for me.
You're not getting drunk all the time.
Oh, indulgence.
Are we putting checks in these as well?
You are.
If you succeed.
Okay. But your behavior is also being by those around.
Yeah, I will do temperate as well. Oh, I failed temperate.
Great.
But no fumble.
Fumble. Okay. 10 all around then. And then trusting or suspicious?
Trusting.
All of you knights trying to be good people. Acting in a good Christian moral way.
Where is Uffington?
Uffington is in Riddijan. It's near Oxford.
Okay, so it's not
It's not in Silchester or Saxonland.
Yeah. So I will also be trusting. Yeah, I'll be trusting. Failed trusting.
Great.
I passed.
All of you guys are good Christian knights.
Well, except me, that's indulgent.
You succeeded, Indulgent?
I did succeed in indulgent.
Got
So
drunk, but
Elffin
not
is
like
getting toasted.
You're as drunk as one would expect a knight of your caliber to be.
No,
High on my own supply since I own a winery.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting way of saying I am my own supply insofar as the people running it supply me with
Yes.
my serfs supply me with the goods. You continue traveling and you arrive at Oxford, where you are surprised to be received by your brother-in-law, Elffin, the Earl Tomas of Ridichan. You see that the entire city appears to be in mourning, and you are greeted with the knowledge that your mother-in-law, it's probably not what they call your good mother, has recently passed in the last 2 years, and that you are being received by the new Earl, your brother-in-law, who is a slightly younger man than you. I don't think you've seen him for like 7 or 8 years, basically.
Yeah, probably not since the wedding.
Yeah, not since the wedding. He's bulked out, not in the sort of Kimric way Elffin and Tathan are, but he's not a little boy who needs mercenary knights from afar to arrive and help free his mom's county anymore. He has a sort of bearing about him, but one thing that does interest all of you is that he's the first person in our canonical history to wear a ruff collar. The big Victorian fluffy tie.
Nice.
He's also wearing a puffy pirate shirt from Seinfeld as well. He has a very Elizabethan, Victorian-esque, Renaissanceian, Shakespearean air about him as he greets you all with... He has a sword that is like a prototype rapier. It's literally just like a bar of steel with a needly point at the end that he's wearing around his waist, and he says, "Brother, members of the Order of the Axe, glad am I to see your people again. I recognize none of your faces, and you are not known to me, but I'm glad to see you. Welcome, welcome." And then he and Gwent go aside, and he and Henry go aside and appear to be discussing a marriage for which the Earl of Ridichan is the guardian of a young woman. So now, to your characters, your purpose is revealed. Someone has to negotiate on behalf of the Earl to the other Earl for the woman. All of your behaviors in this court are all noted, and that's what all of your roles were so far. You are not found lacking in any way, shape, or form. No one fumbled anything, so you can't embarrass yourself. And it becomes clear after several hours of discussion that Tomas is favorably looking upon this marriage, and that all of you are expected to camp out in Oxford for several weeks while a decision is made, and then Robert will be summoned if the situation is favorable. However, after a week of waiting, you receive word that whether or not Robert is accepted, someone must send word to the king, the High King Pendragon, that this marriage is going forward, and that the ward is leaving the protection of the Earl of Ridichan. And Tomas visits you all and says, "My friends, I know it's been several days since we've met face to face, although it feels to me as if it's been just minutes with how quickly everything is moving here. But I didn't want to run a feast scenario or something like that, because, it's a pretty stacked year next year, and we're trying to move this storyline along. Anyway, no feasting, but I would be remiss if I did not ask to send you all away from Sir Henry and to the king on the behalf of both sides of this. Technically, what I'm asking for is Sir Tathan and Sir Elffin represent myself, Sir Elffin, and Earl Robert, Sir Tathan. And then I thought maybe Blodwyn would like to go along since you're also a round table knight.
Your hospitality has been excellent.
Thank you.
Count Finchon. Perhaps instead of some sort of feast-like scenario, we could just have maybe a hunting roll.
No, I think you should get on your way to the king.
Well, no, as a representation of what we've been doing for the past week.
No, I definitely think the thing with the king is very important.
Okay.
Good to see you again.
Oh, we'll see each other again very soon. Very soon again. You'll be back.
Excellent.
It's just a simple journey to where the king is located. It's but a few... I mean, Britain is not a large island. Surely it can't be that long. More than a few days, perhaps? I'll see you again soon. I'm sure that nothing bad will happen.
Where is the king located exactly?
Who knows? Probably somewhere near Londinium or St. Albans. You know, he's spent a lot of time over in those.
Somewhere on his progress, I imagine.
He's got tons of properties because he's the king. And also a lot of people died before he became king, and so all their properties reverted to him.
Very well.
We will return with close by.
We will return with the word of the king.
Right. We cut to several days later. All of you are traveling. Night hasn't come, but it is raining heavily, and it has darkened the sky. You see that someone steps out of the darkness as a tree falls in the path of your horses. And like someone steps out of the darkness and says, "Ho, travelers, hold, hold." And then he pulls out a bow and fires an arrow at your horses, one of whom rears back. And it's clear that you all are being beset by bandits.
Yeah.
I am going to require all of you to roll awareness.
Sure. Success.
Great.
Success.
Okay. 3 successes, no criticals, no failures, no fumbles. Each of you is being attacked by 2 Saxons or a single cavalryman with a sword. I need each of you to roll 1d2. Basic point. Saxons, cavalrymen, Saxons. Great. So Pathan is attacked by the single cavalry. Okay, there are rules to starting off this combat. The first of which is you are not unengaged, which means you cannot move to help each other until you have cleared your opponents off of you. Those of you that are being attacked by multiple people, you will need to divide your skill roll or get attacked. You can select a weapon to pull out because you're all starting unarmed. You don't have to say that you're using spear or sword or anything until combat starts, which is now. And the cavalryman is mounted, which means Tathan does not get +5/-5, but Blodwyn and Elffin do, for their being unmounted.
And the point to remember is that you split the dice, you split your pool before you add the +5/-5.
Yes.
So if you had like a skill of 20, you could divide it by into 2 10s, and you get +5 on each of those against each opponent.
I am now asking if anyone would like a banana in these troubling times, but also, would anyone like to invoke a passion before we get started?
I'm going to impassion hate Saxons.
Great.
I might also hate Saxons.
I will also impassion hate Saxons.
I am not able to hate the Saxons.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to impassion hate Saxons. I think I can handle this guy.
Great.
But it is not a famous passion for me, so just a fail doesn't do anything.
Doesn't it have after combat effects?
Not
Yes,
only
every
a
single
fumble.
On that fumble.
And a fumble.
Yeah, which I'm adept at rolling. It
Yes,
seems.
failure, no result on 1 to 50. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, all right. So Tathan, not engaging in hatreds.
Nope.
Tathan, we're gonna start with you. You're going
All right.
up against the cavalryman. What do you want to do here?
I pull free my greatsword and attack him.
Great. He has his sword out already and goes to attack you. Super cool. The two of you clash, and there's no winner there.
Is he armed with just a regular sword?
He is armed with a regular sword.
I break his sword.
What allows you to do this?
I have a greatsword.
Interesting. Is that how that rule works? I thought sword disarmed all non-sword weapons.
Unless it's a greatsword.
Wow. Not that I don't believe you, but trust but verify on this one.
Sure.
The first time I've heard this one.
So if you go, it's in the future. Knightly equipment. Under there's flail and then greatsword. On a tied resolution roll, the greatsword breaks the opponent's weapon unless it is a greatsword as well. Page 202 of 5.2.
So you're using a shieldless greatsword during this fight, just to be clear.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Great. Got it.
I mean, I don't do any damage to him, but he is now unarmed.
Great. Well, he has a lance, which is not really that good, but yeah. He seems surprised when you Elden Ring a fucking greatsword off the back of your horse. Adeline Colin, as you open that case you've been dragging around for 2 books, and everyone goes, "What's in the case?" And he goes, "Swords. Lots of swords." His sword goes flying off through the rain into the dark. We hear it hit the ground and do that ringing Hollywood noise where the sword like vibrates for a moment in the darkness. And the cavalryman looks to the guy who walked out of the darkness and fired the bow. I'm making an awareness check real quick, Tathan.
Sure. I fumble.
Absolute fumble. We
I'm
can
laser
see
focused.
that the guy with the bow has a noble emblem on his cloak and then turns away so you can't see it and then disappears off into the night like a Fire Emblem character who's just been defeated and goes, "I'll have to retreat for now." So he disappears off into the night. Blodwyn, you're fighting 2 Saxons. What do you want to do?
Okay. So I'm going to use my sword.
Yeah?
My successful hatred brings my total skill to 20, which I'm going to divide equally 10 each.
Yep.
And then I get the +5 against each, and I get the -5.
Great.
So I roll the first one, I get a success with a 5. Second one, I get a success with an 11.
The first one overs you with an axe.
Yep.
Hold on. I have to bring their skill down 5 points because they're not mounted. So that's still a success. It's an 8 out of 9. And then the second one, you absolutely obliterate that guy. So go ahead.
So I roll the damage on the second one.
Yeah,
and
so
I
the
get to
first
roll
one
damage
will
on me.
roll damage on you.
And I only get D6 of my shield because he's got an axe.
All right, he hits you for 21. Does that even hurt you?
They will. So I remember the total of 16, so I take 5.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you had like 20 armor or something.
I don't have
the
chivalry.
Yeah, because Blodwyn, you takes the gentlewoman's bonus.
Yeah.
That's
And you also
right.
only
Every
get
single time.
you also only get a D6 shield when you're fighting an axe.
Yeah, that's it. I need to
You
make
roll
a horsemanship. I'm not unhorsed.
This guy needs to roll down because his size is 16.
I didn't beat his size.
You matched it though, right? Is that not good enough?
You gotta
You have to
beat
beat
it.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Armor rating here is 6 plus shield. So that's 12, which means that you dealt 4 damage. But I would rather be alive than dead. Elffin, you're splitting the throttles.
I am going to use spear expertise.
Yeah.
So I have an 18. So I'll do 9 on each, plus 5. So that'll be rolling for a 14.
Great.
Success. Actually, it's success on the first one.
Great.
And success on the second one.
Absolute fumble. Second guy.
And I got a 9, so I beat. So that means I
You beat both
hit on both.
Yes.
All right.
Look at Lancelot over here fighting multiple people to death.
11 damage on the first one. Wow, that's a lot of ones.
You got 1, 3.
And 27 damage on the second one.
Completely turned it around.
Okay. They're a sword-specific fumble. Now that I know that great sword has axe, crossbow, dagger. I feel like we're kind of getting. Here we go.
There's no special fumble.
Swords do not
it.
break if they fumble, but they are instead dropped and can be recovered. Great. Oh, but this guy doesn't have an axe. I'm sorry, he doesn't have a sword. He has an axe.
He has an axe.
Hold on. Zoom, 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 zoom. Axe, fumble, indicates the axe is broken. Great. So the first guy goes to block your attack with his axe, and he's just like, of course this axe is going to hold. The wood cracks in half. The blade of the axe goes flying off past both of you. The guy looks so scared. You stab him in the chest. He goes, that didn't hurt that badly. You kick him away. You pull your sword around. You whip it around. Slow motion. The rain coming down on your spear as it comes down. Then you slash it into the second guy's throat. He goes, 27 is pretty damaging. Major wound is 14. So that, I mean, he's majorly wounded. Right here. Size is 16, so he criticaled that. Not that that means anything, but he's not going down off of this. But yes, he's quite badly hurt by your second. I said sword, but I meant spear attack.
Major wound, he could probably pass out.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What am I doing here for major wound?
You roll against your remaining hit points.
Great.
If you succeed, you stay conscious. If you fail, you're unconscious.
If he succeeds, he's good.
So yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
he's probably good unless he has less than 3 hit points left.
He puts his hand over the wound, and we're like, oh, he's gonna pull it away, and there's gonna be tons of blood. But in fact, it's just like a shaving nick. But we also see that there's a huge bruise forming, like along his, like we see that he has like a gorget there or something, and he's like, like deeply wounded but not bleeding to death, but just a little nick there, right where you right on the Adam's apple, right where you kind of don't want blades. Where were we? Back at the beginning. Let's talk about this cavalryman, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm fighting this unarmed cavalryman.
Well, I mean, he's pulling out his.
Yeah. He's got a 16 for me.
A 3.
All right. I will damage. Uh, 17 points of damage.
Okay. He is going to gesture. He's going to drop his lance and gesture like surrender, basically.
He throws down and calls for mercy.
Yes, but he says it in Saxony.
In Saxon.
But you've heard, your father's heard enough Saxons.
Yeah, this is universal.
Everyone knows
universal
you can trust
for
a Saxon surrender. It's like Anakin in the Clone Wars surrendering. That's a trustworthy guy. Blodwyn, you have two problems.
Yes. Rinse and repeat, I suppose. So that's a hit with a 1 and a miss.
A -5, that is going that will be a success. So you get a hit and they get a hit.
No, I missed with. Oh no, the one. That's it.
You hit on the first one.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We get 11 damage.
Okay, doesn't deal any damage.
And his one will deal 2 to me.
You got to check for shield because it's an axe.
No, because I failed my roll. So I only get the 2.
Yes, makes sense. Elffin, the one fighting you who's been disarmed,
and
runs off
fall on my
into
horse.
the fall off the horse. Yikes!
Yeah.
Hey. The one who's been disarmed by you runs off into the night. The other one continues to fight you.
Okay. Well, then he's getting the full fury.
Okay. You can still attack the running away man. He doesn't get a roll to defend himself. Stab him in the back as he runs. If you still
I think go.
Okay, you let him go. All right. Great. That's a failure.
Okay.
Your squire helps you maintain Blodwyn.
Get on their horse.
Interesting. Doesn't it take you a full round to stand back up?
I mean, normally in combat, it's in a battle. Sorry, yes, a battle.
Yeah, you have to check for squire, but I think right now it's that you have to spend a round completely open to being damaged, or take a penalty for lying on the ground.
You can stand defensively.
Yes.
Yeah.
20 damage.
I 8 damage last time. You did, right? Like a lot of damage, but then
yes,
survived most of it. I think this will, in fact, just end up. So this time, your spear, you whip it around in the rain again, and you go for the same wound. And he's like, hey, "There's no way you can hit me in the same." Blood. Mia's not Miyazaki. That's the one who doesn't do blood. And makes children's movies.
Kurosawa.
Everything turns black and white as the sun is setting, and you're in darkness in the rain. But the blood is really red, like very stark. Elsa Bloodstone from Werewolf by Night style. I should rewatch that. That was actually a pretty good movie. Great. So just doing some accounting here. Elffin has no opponents and is free and available. Blodwyn has both opponents?
Yeah.
And is on the ground.
They've both been injured.
Yes. Yeah. And Tathan, your opponent
has surrendered.
Yes. So I'm going to ask the people who are not currently engaged how they would like to declare their turn. The surrendering guy hasn't been secured yet, and turning your back on him could be a mistake.
Yeah.
How much do you trust Saxons?
Not at all.
A new passion. Trust Saxons.
Not at all.
I love
and yeah, I will spend my turn securing my prisoner.
Okay.
I will assist Blodwyn.
Okay. You're going to take on one or both of Blodwyn's opponents?
If Blodwyn's on the ground, I'm taking on both of them.
Okay, great. Noticing that you are coming to arrive, they turn their backs on Blodwyn and go to engage you instead because, you're about to fight them. They need to fight you back.
Mm-hmm.
Blodwyn, would you like to attack from the ground or would you like to stand up?
I'll stand defensively.
Great, you stand defensively. Get the shield in front of you. Get your knees under you. The mud, the lovely British weather causing you to slip as you stand, but you rise Captain America style. All right, here we go. Elffin versus bandits.
1 success, 1 failure.
That is a failure. And that is a success, but not a success. Oh, it is a success over you because it's 17. Great, we're trading blows then.
31 damage.
Well, that guy just dies. The other one hits you back for 24 though, which is pretty damn substantial.
Yeah, that means 3 goes through.
You'll also need to check for staying on the horse.
Yeah, let me just.
This Saxon is a de-horser. That's all I'm saying. Like, you get, again, not to make a Fire Emblem reference, but you guys need to make this guy a prisoner and then hire him from the prison after the battle.
For sure, right? Turn him into a lance, like a pikeman.
His name is Elffin the de-horser. He has this +5 specialty to taking out people on horses.
I am still horsed.
Great. Yeah. Elffin the de-horser's companion is just freaking straight up dead. What I like to think happened is you ride in with your spear afterwards and you just stab him in the back while he's going for Blodwyn. It comes through the front of his body armor. He goes, ah! He's bleeding. He falls toward Blodwyn. I don't know if you guys saw that video of the Olympic rock climber that fell into a guy's arms. Well, nope, no one knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, he falls onto Blodwyn, and Blodwyn just pushes him onto the ground into the mud where he falls and dies. So it is now 1 Saxon remaining versus all 3 of you, and he surrenders. If any of you would like to not honor that surrender, you are free to.
No, I'll hopefully surrender if nothing else. If others
by my
to.
count, you have 2 living Well, 1 cavalryman and 1 Saxon prisoner.
Wow. The cavalryman was the Saxon prisoner.
The cavalrymen are not Saxons.
Oh, okay.
They are mercenaries.
I see.
They appear to be good Bretons. Well, not so good Bretons.
Sure. But they're mercenary knights. Well, they're mercenaries.
Not a knight.
Yeah.
A guy on a horse with the lance is not a knight. Yep. Great. You've got these 2 guys. They do not look well.
How do you mean?
I mean, they look like guys who just got beat in a fight, but they also look like they think they're going to be killed for fighting you. Right? They look like men who are aware that they're going to die, and they're just hoping it's going to be peaceful in their final moments, rather than being stabbed through the gut and left to bleed in the rain. Like their one companion who's been stabbed in the gut and is bleeding out in the rain.
2.
Yeah. I'll ask the mounted cavalryman, who hired you to do this,
If I tell you, will it save my life?
Yes. I will not kill you. And neither will either of my companions.
You will allow me to escape the king's justice? You will let me go free if I tell you.
I will speak on your behalf before the king.
The crime for attacking agents of the Earl is death. You may not kill me, but I will be hanging by the end of the day in front of the king. No matter how you try to word it, I am no fool.
And the word of a knight means nothing to you then.
I believe that you will not kill me, but you will bring me before justice.
I will take you to tell your story to the king.
Will the king offer me the same terms that if I tell my story, he will not kill me?
It depends on who hired you, doesn't it? What sort of plot is this?
Okay. The cavalryman looks at his Saxon companion, and it looks like they're in a prisoner's dilemma situation where they're trying to figure out, like, if they snitch, who snitches first? Like, what's the... They're trying to figure out the protocol here, just in case there's anything anybody wants to do, any roles you want to make, any passions you want to call.
I don't know if I have any passions. I do have I'm famously just.
Well, that's great, but if they face justice, they'll both be killed.
Sure.
They wish you weren't famously just. They wish you were famously corrupt right now.
Yeah, or famously merciful.
Yeah. I'd say it's not working in your favor. Yeah, the Saxon turns at you and he just says, "This one, he's famous for his justice, just like his father. Many dead Saxons has faced his justice," and then he spits at your feet. Blech.
I suppose neither of them have any like markings or anything on them, do they?
Make a heraldry check, actually.
Sure.
Absolutely bombed that awareness earlier.
Failed by 2.
Okay, great. You're looking over them. One of them's a Saxon and the other's just a poor cavalryman. No particular markings. The man on the horse says, "Very well. I'll tell you what I know, just as I'll tell your king. I can trust that when I tell you here, you will not simply kill us. You will let us make our case before you, High King Arthur, the so-called just man. We were hired by a man wearing a silver mask. He promised us that we would attack a convoy of an earl, loaded down with riches, but I see no riches on you. Lies were told to us. This man, he had a crest on his cloak, like that of a fox. Smelled of old dirt, rotting bodies.
Do I know this? Do I know this heraldry?
Yeah, you can make a heraldry check. You can add Suspicious of Silchester if you have it to this.
Oh,
I do have it.
If was that a thing for my roll too? Because
No,
I crushed.
because their heraldry.
Oh, their marks are different. Okay.
Their marks are different.
Just missed.
Can I when he describes the fox, can I roll?
I'll give you one last shot, Spoon. You're throwing dice down a drain today, but yeah.
Can I add my?
You can add Suspicious of Silchester.
Great. I critical. I literally cannot fail.
He did it. He almost fumbled, but then he did it.
I'm hella suspicious, Silchester.
Go ahead and increase your Suspicious of Silchester by 1.
Okay.
And go ahead and take a check mark in Fairy Lore.
Fairy Lore. Okay.
You are aware of only one knight in the local area that you were at. You basically triangled, right? You've headed over to Riddichant, and now you're heading over to Arthur's Court, which traditionally has been just east of the very stable lands of Salisbury, which means they are almost always in Duke Ulfius's lands of Silchester. And as you're thinking, you don't know that many people in Silchester who have a fox emblem. Now, heraldry's still kind of new. It hasn't been universalized across all the islands and the continent, but there is a Silchesterian knight your father spoke about at great length. Sir Blaines, the steward of Levcommagus, bore a 2-color field with a fox on it. We cut to a flashback, black and white, in the tavern. A large man dripping water, even though it's not raining outside yet, with a giant bag of silver coins, old coins from kings long forgotten. and some river stones come out of the bag when he upends it as well. You know, those smooth oval stones? Water dripping off of him.
River stones?
River stones, yeah.
Motherfucker.
You remember how Blaine's died, right?
I do remember how Blaine's died.
This man in a silver mask wearing Blaine's crest, and next to the crest, he has a little foxglove flower to help him with the smell, you see, because of the rotting, you know?
Yeah, because he's fucking dead.
Dead for like 30 years, yeah.
Holy shit.
We hear the sound of Sir Blaine's going, "Take the money. I know of a place." And we could see that there's clearly like a man who's been dragged into the water and then like drowned and choked to death. Wearing a silver mask, but hateful eyes. "There will be 3 knights. Kill them. Take all of the money and it shall be yours. You will have the protection of my master when the deed is done."
My master.
My master.
Oh my god.
And then, as they turn and leave the tavern with the giant pile of gold, he turns and kneels down to a shadowy figure who's at the edge of sight as rain begins pouring down, and it turns from, you know, like beautiful daylight outside to like dark rain, and he goes,
"Yep, that's
down,
England.
One knee, my master." Hey, did I mention we have a charity session next week?
Son of a bitch. Amazing. Amazing. I love
Great.
it.
We tied the past back to the present. Perfect.
Yeah.
We are gonna go on break, and when we come back, we're probably gonna have that wedding. Surely there won't be any more encounters before. There can only be one highway robbery before a wedding, unless they RSVP'd ahead of time, in which case, anything. Stick around for the third part.
Yeah.
Look, man, I needed a premise that tied into the charity event, so we're bringing it all together. And confirmed, we are bringing James's dead character back for it as well. We're bringing everybody's dead characters back for one night only, including my dead character, Sir Blades.
It did make sense for because he did die in fairy. He died in a fairy forest.
Yeah.
I would like to first aid these guys though.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they don't
I need 3 first aid rolls.
Yeah. Do you want?
I can.
You want to take care of Blodwyn, Sir Elffin? And I'll first aid our prisoners. I think you have a slightly better hand at first aid than me.
Well, for all the good it did.
Yeah. Well, there's the first aid for the Saxon, and then a success on the cavalryman.
I'll take 1 too if anyone's giving him out.
Sure.
You're better than I am. I've only got a 7.
No, failure on yours, Sir Elffin. Did you say you needed 3?
I need 3 rolls.
Blodwyn? Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll give you the other 2. I do. Nope. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Can't buy a good roll.
So the cavalryman will heal 3 hit points. As I bind his wounds.
Great. We deliver them to King Arthur's court, where they're promptly hanged. They seem really upset about it for a very short amount of time.
All right.
King Arthur, having received the missives sent via Pitton and Elffin of Robert and Tomas, agrees that this is a good match. His agreement is not necessary but encouraged by all parties, and it is decided that the wedding will move forward. We cut to the ceremony. This is the first time Robert and Lady Tiffany the Younger, named so because there is still a Lady Tiffany around who is a very popular dowager socialite, and so now we have Tiffany the Younger, have met for the first time, having observed each other's portraits several times. Tiffany the younger is not dressed in what we would consider a traditional bridal dress, nor is she dressed in a period bridal dress. She has her dark brown hair pulled back into a ponytail, and she's wearing extremely utilitarian riding clothes, including dirty boots to her own wedding. We can see that Robert brought a number of guests. She did not bring very many at all, and she seems to be wanting to move the marriage forward very quickly. He's also very excited. Let's be clear that while this is I don't know if perfunctory is the right word, she seems like she just wants to get the ceremony over with, which is crushing for Robert, who seems like a guy who really wants to have a nice big wedding. You can tell he's absolutely smitten with her. She is discussing with him. I would like an intrigue roll from anyone who would like to try to listen in on a private conversation. The first conversation they're ever having before their marriage.
Success.
Great. Take a check mark in intrigue.
Also, has a Sunday passed?
Let's say yes.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to say, how long has it been since...
Let's say 1 week.
Back up to 30 hit points.
Or another way of saying that would be, it's been...
Sorry, so dog drama.
Very well. Would you like to make an intrigue check to listen in on the married couple right before they get married, to listen to their secrets?
Sure.
Very well. Also, I will say everyone should take a check in any weapon skill you during that last fight.
Okay.
Great. You both have successes. Blodwyn, Elffin, the two of you are sneaking nearby. You see each other outside of the small chapel as you see the two of them are standing under the eaves having a discussion. Robert seems to be both exasperated and completely smitten, and Tiffany the younger seems to barely be paying any attention to him. She is engaged in some sort of physical labor slightly off screen. And then the physical labor becomes apparent when a horse steps into camera, and she's brushing the horse, and she says, "I'm sorry, Robert. I'll never love you as much as I love my horse. Mr. Clanvir Puth Gwyn Githgo Ger Uth Thin Drew Blue Clantis Seely Uguguguk," which I named after I saw the beautiful village just a few miles down the road to the west in Wales. And he goes, "Yes, I too enjoy your horse. Clanvir Booth Gwyn Githgo Ger Uthwyn Drew Bluth Clan Tassiliu Guguguk," which is a very real village that really exists in the Welsh language.
Yeah, gok 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 is the final sound of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I've never said it out loud before until this moment. But they both step towards each other in a sort of Bollywood dramatic almost kiss moment. And then the horse's head comes between the two of them and pushes Robert away. And she says, "I'm so close with all of my horses. Mittens, Mr. Miserby, Arthur Pendragon." He goes, "You named a horse after the king?" She says, It's a beautiful horse built like a bear." He goes, Fair enough. But hopefully there'll be time for you and me and the children." She goes, "Yes, but the horses will always be first in my heart." And he goes, "I suppose I'll have to live with that." And she goes, "It's either that or we don't get married." And then the horse turns to look at Elffin and Blodwyn, who are looking in on this conversation, flicks his tail, and his ears go up. And it's clear he knows you're what. Both of you can take a check in horsemanship.
I have one already.
Yeah, they learned a lot more about horses today, specifically how to name them.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, fair enough.
Also, they're being watched by a supernatural horse with a really long name.
Yeah.
Great. The wedding moves forward. It occurs outside of the church in front of the front doors. There's a formal promise of dower and dowry that are exchanged between the bride's ward and the groom's mother. The bride's warden formally gives her to the groom. All parties voice acceptance of the bond, and before rings are exchanged, there's a moment. Would like to protest this union. If no
Who
protest,
is Earl Roberts' best man?
That brother, you're 1,000 years too early.
No. There is someone who stands with a sword at the wedding who fights people who.
Brother, that's not in this article right here.
All right, fair enough.
Right? Greg Stafford didn't include that part.
Yeah. Because that's the origination of the best man, is he's the best swordsman you know.
Best swordsman you know. Yikes. That's crazy. Both parties voice acceptance of the bond. The rings are accepted. The whole wedding party goes to church for mass to consecrate the union. A grand feast follows the mass. It is a lavish and joyful affair with 6 courses of food and entertainment between each course. The newlyweds sit side by side at the front, and throughout the meal share spiced wine from a loving cup. What a weird phrase. Multiple toasts from guests increase the intake of wine. Dancing follows the meal. I'm going to ask for temperate or indulgent rolls to see how you respond to the toast. You must pick which side you'd like to fall on. If you fail, you chest the other side.
Oh, another crit. I've crit temperate twice today.
Wow, nice.
Ooh, I've also critted temperate.
Crit. You got the good boys and girls that showed up today in the name of Christ.
I succeed on indulgent again.
Great. You get really drunk. The rest of you still participate in toast, but don't drink that much otherwise, and certainly don't make fools of yourself. All of you will receive 20 glory for defeating the bandits at the Battle of Suspicion. You will receive another 10 glory for attending the wedding, and 10 glory for showing yourselves well as guests, which is a total. Although each of those events is independent and should be tracked as such. Oh, I'm sorry. If you pass your roll, you get 25 glory, not 10.
For being good guests.
Passing the roll gives you more glory than attending the wedding. Perfect. Would anyone like to offer a toast to Lady Tiffany the Younger and your Earl Robert of Salisbury? Anything you'd like to say?
There'd be some sort of like. Good.
I would have brought pentatonics and had them compose a song in their honor.
Very well. They've already composed a song in the honor of somebody named Tiffany.
Indeed.
So it is rough for them having to off the cuff propose a second song about a Tiffany. So I don't have anything because my go-to would have just been to do. Well, I said, what about? We're doing a lot of bare naked ladies today, surprisingly.
That's deeply something.
Yeah.
Not bare naked ladies.
Oh, isn't that? Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, who did the It's Bare on? Is that bare naked ladies?
That's bare naked ladies.
See, I knew that was bare naked ladies somewhere. Oh, what about the wedding at Tiffany's? Yeah, there we go. They changed. Oh, because it's been like 20 years. They do a remix of the song live, like Ulrich of Liechtenstein. They live remix their song at the wedding. For some reason, Pent has on huge earmuffs, and
is like a
he's
wooden.
really drunk, so he's making this motion for no apparent reason while he's directing everybody. He feels really cold, even though it's the middle of summer. Towards the end of the wedding, all of you hear the sounds of the doors of the church being thrown open, and everyone turns shocking and gasped as they see that it is now raining outside, and it's somehow darker than it was earlier. And there is a ominous cloaked figure with some sort of heraldic badge holding the cloak together near his left shoulder, standing, dripping. He moves into the church and then stops right where there's a cross nailed over the door. It's so strange. Make a notice check, all of you.
You mean awareness?
Yes. I knew it was one of those.
Fail.
Absolute fumble. Fail. Great. Everyone fails. So for the audience's sake, these players, they just see a guy dripping wet. But for the audience's sake, the water isn't coming from over the coat. It's coming from underneath that cloak. He's dripping wet, and the outside of him is perfectly dry, even though he just came through the rain.
Can I make a heraldry? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, you can make a heraldry check again.
Can I add my suspicious of Silchester?
Yes, of course.
I critical.
You recognize a heraldic shield, which has been laid aside for many years after the death of Sir Blaine's. His territory was absorbed by Duke Ulfius. And he had a coat of arms, but it was never officially registered with the heralds because he died before the rise of... I mean, he died before Arthur was king, which is when the rise of the heralds began. So, you know, like, his family had this thing about foxes for a long time. You definitely see the old school, like, it's one of those things where you look at a 20-year-old Coke logo and you're like, that's one from a while ago. Yeah, you absolutely recognize the emblem of Sir Blaine's, and you hear a voice say, "Doom will come upon this. For too long, your bloodline has vexed me. Roderick, I name you ill friend. For too long have I suffered in the murk and mire." Then there's a thunderbolt, thunder, and the figure that was in the doorway is gone. The priest, like, nearby, like, jolts up and he's like, "Blasphemy in the house of God!" Robert's just like, surely we all just had a mass hallucination together. Send a stable boy to go close the doors. Let the wedding continue. Then he looks at you, Tathan, and says, "Figure out what the fuck just happened."
Of course, my lord.
Yeah, what do you want to do? And remember, Elffin is really drunk.
Yeah.
The kind of drunk where it might be dangerous to put on a sword and go running out.
I didn't crit my indulgent. I didn't crit my indulgent. I just succeeded my indulgent.
Yeah, I said
so you're only mostly drunk.
I said you're kind of drunk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Glimo. There's a bar near me that also has a exterior axe throwing place, and I'm like, that can't be good.
Right.
There's no universe where a guy running around with a giant fucking axe throwing it while drunk is gonna end well.
Yeah, there's an X-ray place near me that serves alcohol, but you can't start. Once you start drinking, you stop throwing.
Right. One would hope that is enforced universally.
I think Tathan's gonna I think he basically interprets this as a command to go figure out what the hell happened. So he's gonna go grab up his sword and go running around looking outside
the table at the church. People notice that you just talked to Robert. You go, you grab a sword, you head out into the night by yourself. It's talked about.
I'll tell. Basically, I'll lean over to Dame Blodwyn before I leave and say, I'm going to figure out where that man went and why he wears the heraldry of Sir Blaine's of Lefkamagis. I'll be back. And then I take off. and I go look around outside to see if I can find any tracks, any sort of thing. I'm not quite the hunter my father was, but
make a hunting check at -5 because you don't have.
Sure.
Fight in a storm.
Oh, so close.
Nope. So close, but no.
So close. Would have been a success if I wasn't at a negative, but
spend hours hoping to fulfill your lord's command loyally. There's very little tracks to track, and something strange about the night tonight. Darkness seems to favor this stranger.
Can I test fairy lore?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's a 5% chance, but you never know. Nah, fail.
I don't know shit about fairies, motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't.
Hopefully your dad, who is a fairy now, knows about fairy lore.
I think he has a pretty decent fairy lore now. He's been through enough shit that he's got some.
Great. Well, as we know, the land and the king are one, and the wasteland is a call-in, boys. The event wraps up. Everyone forgets about that weird proclamation of doom talking about bloodlines and insults. And it's completely forgotten from history. Unless, ? And with that, we move to wrap up the Christmas court of year 516. In the court of Earl Robert, where you head home, you get a Christmas card from him, which says, "We are content with peace, of course, but I'd like to volunteer to go to King Cerdic. He's never changed his claim for our land. Cambria was busy this year. What Sir Sagramore le Desirous and Sir Dodinas le Savage, son of the King of Sugales. As a reminder, Sir Sagramore is the Greek knight who has recently arrived and is considered a sort of hot-blooded, very handsome young man who has a strange connection back east. I don't know. Do we think 28 minutes we could bang out an end of year here?
Yeah.
All right,
I think so.
let's do it. All right, initiate gear 5. Let's do it.
There is Laverstock Manor.
Great. Just in case we went too fast for this session, I have all of 517 ready to go as well. All the battle stuff ready. But we didn't get anywhere near close to that. Got stuck in. I rolled an 18 on the weather check.
Jesus.
We've been having some easy weather lately with all this rain. This is
Haven't you heard? There's a doom on the land of Robert.
So I'm 31 now.
And now we need to roll for experience checks.
Oh, right. We're doing that first.
Yeah.
All right. So I need for energetic. I do not get a check in energetic. Check falconry. Check love family. Spiritual. I do get a check in spiritual. Check intrigue I already had. Roll hospitality.
Roll for hunting. Nope.
Yes, I got to check in hospitality.
As did I.
Check indulgent, I already had it checked. I already have horsemanship checked.
No.
Check worldly.
Romance. Awesome.
And roll hunting. Check. Okay.
Spiritual.
And check battle. Already checked. Okay.
And no. Then roll for horsemanship.
My spiritual goes up.
Sorry.
I guess.
See. All right. Compose. I'm gonna check for hunting as well.
My reckless goes up.
Energetic does not go up. Reckless goes up.
Let's see if my worldly goes up and
Spiritual
does not.
Magic does not go up.
Indulgent goes up.
Honest goes up.
Trusting does not go up. And Valorous goes up. Nice.
This does not go up.
My Valorous does not go up.
Love of family, nope. Hate Saxons.
Of family,
Also
no.
Trusting does not.
Amor Guinevere.
Hospitality,
nope,
no.
Compose, yep.
It's Saxons, no.
Hard to Fairy Lore also goes up.
Falconry, no.
Also goes up. Heraldry.
Heraldry, yes.
Heraldry, yes, here as well. Hunting, yep, hunting goes up. Intrigue goes up.
Hunting, no.
Orate.
Intrigue, no.
Orate, yes.
Battle,
Singing,
no.
Singing, yes.
Horsemanship, yes.
I've done all my rolls.
Also horsemanship, yes, here too. Sword goes up on a 20. Oh.
So close.
So close.
My
Sorry,
sword does not go up.
I'm getting the glory point this year. Spear lance does not go up.
Spear expertise goes up to a 19.
Very nice. Oh, and my siege does not go up. All right. I believe that is all of my experience checks.
That is all of my checks as well. Okay, now aging. I am now 32. Was Aaron your squire? I mean, one of your brothers?
Yes, he was one of my siblings.
Okay. He is now of knighting age.
Okay. I will knight him then. I will have him. I will pay for him to be knighted.
I need a new squire. Squire start at 16?
15.
15. Does anyone have anyone that needs to be squired? Otherwise, I'll roll a random squire.
Let me check. Yeah, I don't think I have any more children that are.
I'm happy to take someone on. Take on a new kid.
Yeah, I don't have anybody that's old that's ready yet. Aaron was the last one.
Right.
I have a squire named Wythier.
20. Well.
Okay. Entourage. Oh, I need to do wifely skills. My wife's stewardship goes up to an 18.
Benefit. Where's it? 15.
Okay. Aging is done. Now, economic circumstances.
James, you don't happen to have the property destruction table handy, do you?
I happen to, yes.
Wait, that sounds horrible, dude.
Roll a d20.
What does a 14 get me?
1/4 of the village plus 3 hate landlord.
Damn. Okay.
You got a fire or something, I guess.
Yeah.
They all became
weird
New
with all this
Yorkers, I
rain.
guess.
Yeah, weird with all this rain we've been having. I have
supernatural rain. Yeah, but there's also supernatural fires as well.
I said it was +3 hate.
+3 hate, yes.
So that drops my concern to a 6, which I will now test. I still succeed.
Oh, my misfortune critically fumbled. I just need to get a good.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. Because with it's down to pretty low.
So I got success versus fumble. It's excellent, which goes to incredible for me because of my general bonus.
15. That's 5. Our luck doesn't. That I've already taken that into account. Okay, so now I just need to roll my income.
6.5.
Before expenses, I made 200 Libra this for you.
Jesus. What was your harvest? Because it was fumble and then you succeeded?
I succeeded, yeah. So it would be excellent, but general bonus pushes that to incredible. And I rolled 66 on my investment income.
Dang, man. You rich as hell.
Sounds like somebody needs to raid you and take all that money out.
Mineral luck of 4. I think that's nothing. Correct.
Crusader Kings 3 player, it's time to marry your third child to my heir and then arrange for a little accident to your first 2 children.
I succeed on Concern My Commoners.
That's the funniest part about Crusader Kings 3 is that I often don't need to arrange for the accidents. People just die in the medieval age from old age or murder from someone else or plague, and you just make a bunch of really healthy people. They literally outlive all of their opponents. You know what they say? The best revenge. Period. Nothing else.
All
Just
right.
say the best revenge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I've got enough years at meager or better that I can test for population growth.
Very nice.
I'm looking for the button for it. There it is.
So I get a
population does not go up.
A regular harvest.
I also had a regular harvest. I am going to attempt to build. I am building a kennel.
Damn, this is a crazy session considering we didn't play almost a third of it.
I'm building a scriptorium.
Okay. What's a scriptorium do?
Gives you a role for read Latin.
Think you can read, bro? Don't you know men can't read? You have to let the women read for you, and they get to shit talk you in the epigraphs of every page.
So after expenses, so before expenses, I got 53. After expenses, I'm down to 22.
I made 42, had expenses of 26.5, and then I've got another 40 from my other manors, so I will be.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what really jacks up the.
How did you guys go about hiring your your mercenary troops?
I actually don't have mercenaries. I'll create them out of thin air and send them at you.
I already have one.
I took the mercenaries that were holding Duplain. I went and like scalped some of the ones that were like, hey, we want to get out and actually do something, not just sit in the garrison.
That was not an end of year thing. That was
it was during play.
Okay.
And I don't remember how James got his.
I just asked AP like, how much I want to spend this much. What can I get for it? And he told me.
I want to spend some money. Can I buy a mercenary troop?
Yeah, what kind of mercenaries do you want to buy? Remember, they're expensive. They die.
How much are they?
Expect death payments.
So it depends on what you pick up.
I think I spent 100 Libra to get 20 guys originally.
Yeah.
But those are cavalrymen, right? They were all.
No. Oh, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Well, they were mounted infantry.
When I first got them, only the leader was mounted.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I got horses, the rest of them.
Expensive. Men are expensive. You have to pay them up front because they might.
Yeah. And I think my guys are basically knights now, and they're like 2 Libra a year.
Well, they also expect to get part of the ransom when you capture people.
Well, they get paid. They get paid per battle, basically, essentially.
Yes, but they also expect to be part of the cut when they're part of a critical.
Yes.
Fortunes.
Yep, and they do. They get paid.
They want to get paid.
Chargers what? 10? 20? I can't afford that, but I'll get 20 guys, one mounted for the hundo.
Reference here, real quick. Arrows are expensive. Send in the Irish. It's my island.
He says he can get me through this, but he's pretty sure you're fucked. One of the best characters in that movie.
All right. I think I've got 3 kids. 3 kids.
It's like Mel Gibson, and then like 3 of his mates, the Irish guy, and then the bad king who no one's ever gonna like. And that's like the majority of people.
I guess my youngest dies.
Sorry, what's happened to you?
My youngest kid died.
Brutal. Like to save their life by aging?
No.
See? Just remember I was talking about Crusader Kings 3, guys? This is how it happens. This is how one day you wake up and
my kids are fine.
You're fucking Duke of Cumbria for some reason and you don't know why.
It's true.
And it's because your last character, your dad, married you off to a woman who is now the last surviving bloodline.
8 / 14.
All right, family event.
I think even with that one, all my horses are fine because I'm living superlatively, which is +2 or 3 to horse survival rolls.
Great.
Marriage in the family.
For the character of Lady Tiffany the Younger, I was like, I'm going to make her a horse girl, and that's going to be her whole thing. And then I was like, let me handle this with care. Let me Google what is a horse girl. And the top article was a WikiHow article. And I was like, WikiHow is usually pretty reliable. And I go into it, and it's like, the horse girl stereotype has been overthrown. We, the horse girl proletariat, have seized the means of horse girl. And we're here to tell you what we're really like. We're independent and assertive. And I'm like, this wasn't what I'm looking for, but I'll run with it.
I rolled a marriage in the family, so I'm going to say that Kneed's last unmarried daughter gets betrothed.
Oh. To who? Just remember, I do need your updated family trees by the middle. If you could, please.
So that is 10. Ooh, a birth in the family. Okay, I guess, let's see, 26. A boy?
Ice, a Princess Bride reference? This day and age? In this economy?
We will go, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 married siblings. So let's see. 1. So that is my younger sister is going to have a child.
Son of an esquire.
It's her. Lalo.
Someone got the main book handy?
Yep.
Yeah. What's 2 on the family event?
2 on the family event is death in the family.
Okay, cool.
It's 516.
Yes.
Can't download the Pitton.
All right. I think I am going to take training and practice this year.
I think Blodwyn's mother might pass. Yeah. Let's end her existence.
Only 3 points.
I'm going to max out my strength at an 18.
I am going to put all 3 points into siege. Brings me to a 9 siege. And then I get a glory bonus, and I'm going to increase my dex.
Let's see here. Glory, what was 90? So 34 for that first battle. $90 for that battle.
I believe that is everything for me, which will give me a new glory of 11,261.
Yeah, I need to recalculate my glory totals, because I've had a few changes in my traits.
I want to say, by the way, that scenario suggests that the player knight should be in serious danger while fighting.
I mean, it's also made for literally starting player knights.
That is,
it's
made for 480, so it's before the game even starts, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to be clear, Greg Stafford sometimes like, I don't know, kill some fucking characters, I guess.
Yeah, there's literally chat where he says you should definitely kill at least one character in this fight.
Oh yeah, the Battle of Baden is literally like half the player knights should die at a minimum. And the last fight is just like continue until only one player knight is left alive. Battle infinitely until only one is left alive, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think anybody's gonna throw in the towel, especially not Spoon. That's fucking stubbornness. He'll be sitting there. We'll be 6 weeks into the battle in real life, and he'll be standing up, just going, like, "Stoneward, I'm the guy from Book 5 of Stormlight. I'm not going anywhere."
So I got a glory point. It's going right into sword, baby.
Okay. Yeah, what's your sword?
To a 20 sword.
24 sword now.
24. Jesus.
Yeah, look at little Lancelot over here, little baby Lancelot.
Listen, once I got the Amor Guinevere, like I already had like a 21 or 22 sword, but I was like, once I rolled that crazy Amor Guinevere, I was like, all right, I'm turning Tathan into we have Lancelot at home.
Yeah, I'm really questioning in the CK3 character generator, is Tathan set to be hetero or bisexual? Because I'm wondering, because Lancelot famously bisexual as hell.
Sure. Yeah.
You want to have a frenemy rivalry with the most famous French knight in history?
My new glory is 7,731, by the way.
I'm just saying, I haven't seen it, but I heard that heated rivalry or whatever it was. Everybody.
Oh yeah, the hockey thing.
Yeah. Just
yeah,
you and Lancelot
really
standing really close to each other, doing the Iceman.
Yeah.
Get back on your horse, Lancelot. Show me how you control that long, hard wooden rod. That's it. I'm back in the before today's episode energy. I'm back in gremlin mode right now.
Yeah. Oh man.
How are we doing at the end of the year? Anybody got any big surprises like a 24 sword?
No, I'm up to 19 chase now.
Hey.
I have a 19 spear expertise.
Nice. Using your 6th edition bullshit, I see. Well,
I think I'm going to probably. Well, yeah, we're obviously good next week, but the whole thing. I'm actually thinking of spending now that Blodwyn's mother has passed. I'm thinking of spending like stupid money on a funeral.
That's very notable of you.
Yeah. And even the most expensive funeral is like 10 libra, unless I do like a whole, build a ship and then send her off into the. But that's not really. That's more of a Saxon thing.
Yeah, then you miss the arrow shot twice. And your uncle shows up.
So yeah, I will build a tomb with an effigy to my mother.
Okay. Mark it down on your property. Audience at home, we'll be back next week for a special charity episode where you'll be able to turn the means of production against the players. Yes, your charity donations will increase the amount of fey chaos that's happening, making roles and situations harder for people, including introducing new puzzles, riddles, and challenges, all while they're trying to finish the undeliverenced brew. Just want to thank all of our viewers today, especially all of our viewers from Clan Virputh, Gwyn Githgo, Ger, Gwyn Du, Broth, Clan to see.